All right, hey guys, so we are back in the shop. It's Tuesday. We're gonna work on shocks. Number one, work on smashing all of those, make sure they're all where they need to be, making notes on everything. I'm going through some minute, small setup stuff just to make sure that we're spot on with all of our setup stuff. Chris, I think, is gonna work on some wiring. Obviously, the fuel pressure gauge we bought was not the same as the one that we had. Similar, they're both long acre, but one's Accutech, one's not.
Different models.
Whatever, yeah, whatever that is. So, he's gonna work on seeing if he can get that fixed. And then other than that, is there anything that you know of that we're doing tonight, babe?
You say shocks.
Shocks, yeah.
My goal is to get the shocks back on the car tonight. I'd like to get the shocks on the car, get the transmission fluid changed, and get it setting on our Hammond setup plates. That's my goal.
Okay. All right. So you heard it. So our shocks are off the car. They're all back here. There they are. So we're gonna put them on our spring smasher here, check all that, make sure it's all good, and then we're gonna put the car on our Hammond setup plates. That's our spare transmission there. Thanks to the guys over at Brand Transmission for taking care of all of our transmission needs, especially so Jack. And then thanks to Hunter at Penske Shocks for taking care of all of our shock rebuilds, shock brakes, shocks, everything, anything to do with shocks. That's Hunter. Yeah, shock questions. Yeah, he's big on that. Brad can call him or text him at any time and he helps. So we're thankful for those guys, especially. But
Marshall and Travis at Gorsuch Performance, I contacted them about the fan there, and they feel like it was a rock, you know, kind of what we expected. So we got a new fan on the way. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So thanks to those guys. Like I've said it 1,000 times, their customer service is second to none. Obviously with the Stock Tech brakes, we've completely rebuilt all of the calipers right at the end of the year last year. So I have nothing but good things to say about those guys.
Let me pause you for a second. You rebuilt those calipers successfully.
Yeah.
The Wildwood ones, which were the narrow, is what he had, wasn't it? Wildwood narrow, he did not.
I tried to rebuild those before, and those never turned out good. But those right there, I mean, a monkey could do those. So
we ended up having to buy new calipers for the Wildwood. So that should say something there. It was pretty much dummy proof, which we also.
They can answer any question you've got. Like I said, I really enjoy working with both of those guys.
We also thought that the transmission was dummy proof rebuilding it. It is not. It is not. So we'll leave the transmission rebuilds up to the guys at Brand. They know what they're doing. They took care of our we had two transmissions last year. We had our main one and we had a spare one. Our main one had issues. We put our spare in, our spare one had issues. So it was transmission problems last year. But both of those transmissions were old transmissions, like 10 years old. So that's to be expected. That's just normal wear and tear and maintenance, and they're both still usable. We're still using those today. So all right. So we're gonna turn it on time lapse, time warp, whatever you wanna call it, and let you guys just watch us go through the steps of smashing these shocks and taking notes with everything. All right, so we're gonna turn it on time lapse and let you guys watch Chris work on this wiring stuff for just a second. Alright guys, so that's pretty much gonna finish up our shop night tonight. Sorry I didn't get any more video than what I did, but Brad did. I mean, there really honestly wasn't a whole lot to video. Brad did get the shocks on it all the way around. We've also got our Hammond Motorsports setup plates on it all the way around it. So Brad got the shocks on it, Chris got the setup plates on it, and then we also had a problem with our gauge, and I was telling you guys about that earlier on. Chris has got that finished and buttoned back up, and it is working now. Brad was working on programming it earlier so that it matched all the other gauges. So we're pretty much finished up for tonight. I don't think there's anything that I need to let you guys in on. I think we're pretty good. Is that mold on it?
Probably. If you're in the market for some Hammond setup plates or any kind of Hammond products, get in touch with us. We can get you some ordered.
Absolutely. We're a Hammond dealer. Anything Performance Bodies and Day Motorsports has. Sorry, I'm eating deer jerky. Chris brought us some from somebody who works there. That's good. But anyway, anything Performance Bodies or Day Motorsports has, we can get. Tire Demons, dirt car lib, the whole 9 yards. We can take care of you. I know it's tax time. Spend that tax money wisely on your racing program.
Performance Bodies, Day Motorsports, or Hammond.
Yeah, but Performance has most Hammond stuff too. So we're all of them. We're all of them. But anyway, just gonna finish this up tonight. I'm gonna let Brad thank all of his sponsors.
Oh,
Talk to us, honey. Tell us who makes it happen for you.
Give me a minute.
Hold on, let me chew up his deer jerky.
Keith Thomas, KT and Air, Work Speed Performance Parts, Wendell Vinson, Vinson Race Engine, Jack, Brand Transmission, Hunter, Penske Shocks, Marshall and Travis, Gorsuch Performance, Brandon Boyd, Allsouth Graphics by BB.
Designs.
All you guys on YouTube, everybody on Patreon, Barry Apparel Co.
Woo! Good night.